forget to like, share, and subscribe. If y'all don't pick my sign up. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Psychology Eats. So what's eating you? Ow. You know what? I'm on my morning commute, and this topic came up in my head, and I don't even know why. But I think somebody needs to hear this. You read the title? So let's say somebody has bipolar, right? Usually before they get a diagnosis from a licensed psychiatrist, they are already displaying symptoms of the disorder. The disorder, the baseline symptoms are mania and depression. And so when they're in a mania episode or manic episode, they're like super hyper, impulsive, rapid rapid speech, lots of thoughts coming in their head. They're just all over the place. And it's very difficult to get them to calm down. And then the other part of the disorder is depression. And when they're in that episode of their depression, that is when they may feel very hopeless, helpless, crying. Shut up, car. Crying, thoughts of suicide. And so either end of bipolar is difficult to manage for the person, right? They're kind of all over the place. Imagine being a mother and trying to manage your household, your kids, your relationship if you're in one, and you're displaying these types of symptoms. And so for people who are bipolar, before, like I just said, before they get to the mental health professional, they may start to self-medicate using alcohol, marijuana, cocaine, whatever. Something to ease the symptoms. Because marijuana, from how my clients have described it, it helps them to calm down, to be more at peace, but they're high, right? And so although they're, more and more states are making marijuana legal and legalizing it and all that, I stand firm on the fact that it's a drug, it's addicting, and with addiction comes all these consequences of addiction. And you're high, and you're not in your state of consciousness if you were not high. And so your decision making may be different. Argue with your mama, because I'm not going to argue with you about that. Okay, there were people that argue that the reason why alcohol is legal now, and we see where we are in this country with alcoholism and people and the rate of addiction and with alcohol when we made it legal. But anywho, if someone is bipolar, bipolar, is using marijuana a good idea? The short answer for me, as a professional in the field, is no. Argue with your mama. No. The weed is going to give you that short fix, right? That short fix. That's not going to last long before you have to get more weed in you to get that same feeling of whatever that does for you. Does it make you, sleepy? It slows your brain down. You're not as active. And that state of mind helps you to feel better, right? In the short term. Some people will say, when I'm when I'm drunk or when I'm tipsy, I'm better. I feel better. I don't bother nobody. I'm not. Those are those short-term fixes that will interrupt your brain chemistry that is already unbalanced. Okay, if you understand what I mean. It's already unbalanced. So, what is the answer? For people with bipolar disorder and but I'm talking about bipolar today because that's what the spirit told me to talk about. If you're bipolar today, what are the best treatment options that we have today? Talk therapy. Get yourself a therapist, a good therapist. Check out my video on how to find a good therapist. Get yourself a good therapist. Yes, some people say natural remedies help them. Whatever concoction of natural remedies are, I don't know. But there are people that say that helps. Natural remedies excluding THC and CBD, marijuana, in my opinion. And medication management. Medication. People are like, I don't want to take medicine. I don't want to. It makes me feel this way. Or, I don't like the side effects. So to find the right medication for people with bipolar, it could take a couple of different trials before your psychiatrist will find what works for you. Right? We find that genetically, if let's say your mom has bipolar and now you have bipolar, whatever meds your mom takes and keeps her stable, they will probably work for you. So, in conclusion, in my opinion, does marijuana work to cure or fix or diminish the side effects or the symptoms, of bipolar? Temporarily, yes. In the long term, in the long run, this is a disorder that you will live with for the rest of your life unless they come up with a cure. And so it needs to be managed, I feel, by a licensed psychiatrist, a psychologist, clinician. It needs to be managed in that way. It's the same way if you had any medical disorder or disease. It needs to be managed by your psychiatrist, a professional, not your local weed seller, because basically that's what you're doing. You got your disorder in the hands of the plug, your weed guy. He high, you high, and he managing your disorder, because that's what's going on. So in conclusion, y'all have a great day.